If we don't know when to plow, we will beg. Because the lazy man did not plow in winter, he will beg. So what age are we in now? What time are we in now? What should we do? Because the Bible says, of the sons of Issachar, who had understanding of what Israel ought to do. They understood time and season, and they knew what Israel ought to do. So there's something God wants the church to do now. In case you don't know, recently, Elon Musk is making a robot called Optimus. They have name. And very soon he said they are trying to make 1 billion of it. And I heard recently that 400 people were fired in their job, and the robots are taking their job now. That's where the world is going. So some people will become irrelevant because robot is coming. What Elon Musk is doing is a prophecy before you were born. It's in the Bible. Mystery of the age. There are prophecies already written concerning every age. So there is a prophecy for this our age. Optimus, that robot, there was a prophecy for it, and it's for our age. In the next 10 years, Optimus will be the cameraman. And you know, that time said there will not be this camera again. Optimus' eyes will be the lens of the camera. So most of the time, if deliverance is going on here, the cameraman cannot run to get it. Optimus' eyes, once he pick it, yes. So there's no need for you to even be moving camera like this. Once Optimus look like this, he has picked the thing. And wherever action is going, his eyes will be fast to get there. In restaurants, they will be serving you. They will be the one cooking, telling news. They will become police. No need for police job again. If somebody commit crime, before the person run far, they've heard the person. Very soon, every human being will have a robot in their house. They will make it so cheap that everybody will have it. Elon Musk is the king of finance. Because the Bible says, in that time, it will be two kings missing together. The wealth of the world now, according to prophecy and season, is with Elon Musk. Then, the world power is America. These two kings, Elon Musk is making the robots, and Donald Trump will become the president of America. That is the season we are in. These two kings will work together. Now, in the book of Daniel 2, from verse 31, Nebuchadnezzar had a dream. That dream, he saw a statue, and the head of that statue was gold. The neck to the shoulder was silver. The chest to the stomach was bronze. Then from the thigh to the leg was iron. Then at the bottom of it was iron mixed with clay. That's Optimus. And human. Iron mixed with clay. The clay is human being. The iron is robots. Daniel 2 from verse 31. He said, you, O king, were watching, and behold, a great image. This great image, whose splendor was excellent, stood before you, and his form was awesome. This image head was of fine gold, his chest and arms of silver, his belly and thighs of bronze, his leg of iron, his feet partly of iron and partly of clay. You watched while a stone was cut out without hands, which struck the image on his feet of the iron and clay and broke them in pieces. Then the iron, the clay, the bronze, the silver, the gold were crushed together and became like chaff before the summer threshing floor. The wind carried them away so that no trace of them was found. And the stone that struck the image became a great mountain and filled the earth. Do you know what that small stone is? Meaning we are in the last days of the age. That iron and clay is the last world power. That stone that came to fall on that image is the Christ, the kingdom of Christ. After this our age, we are close to the rapture more than any other age. Because the Bible said in the book of Acts of the Apostle 4:11, it said, this is the stone which was rejected by you builders, which has become the chief cornerstone. That stone that came to fall on that image and destroy all the other kingdoms that were existing as though they never existed. The Roman Empire, America. Are you noticing that America is the world power? Trump and Elon Musk are working together. Both of them are friends. They are working together to rule. And America is the world power. At that time, Babylon was the world power. So Daniel was saying, Nebuchadnezzar, you are the head of gold. After that, there's the Roman Empire. Every vision have multiple of interpretation for every dispensation. So for our dispensation, that image, this is the interpretation of that image. The clay and the iron is robots and human. The human age, just as spirits came in Genesis, angels came to sleep with human to mix a race that formed giants. This age, human will mix, because that's what it is written there, that the clay and the iron will join together. So a time will come, people don't need to marry humans again because there's so much divorce. So you will now marry a robot that will answer when you say sit down, robot, sit down, robot don't beat you. That's where the age is going to. In Daniel 2 from verse 41, it says, whereas you saw the feet and the toes We are partly of potters, clay, and partly of iron. The kingdom shall be divided, yet the strength of the iron shall be in it. Just as you saw the iron mixed with ceramic clay, and as the toe of the feet were partly iron and clay, and partly of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly fragile. As you saw iron mixed with ceramic clay, they will mingle with the seed of men. Robots will marry men, but they will not adhere to one another, just as iron does not mix with clay. And in the days of this king, God of heaven will set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. That's the Christ will come. That's the stone. In those days. So after this age, two things are going to happen. The church is going to be in power and rapture is going to take place. In the days of these kings, the God of heaven will set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people. It shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. A permanent kingdom. The utopia kingdom that men have been trying to create. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government will be upon his shoulder. His name will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Now, this is the most important thing there. Of the increase of his government and the peace, there will be no end. That's the kingdom that is a stone that broke the other kingdom. That the book of Daniel said it will be a kingdom that will live forever. He said of the increase of this government and the peace, see, there will be no end. Upon the throne of David over his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and justice. So we are in the age of the mixture of iron and clay. Your car, you are entering, and some of you can kill because of car. People do blood money just to make car. People kill parents just to make car. A fraudster can defraud somebody of their hard-earned pension just to buy Maserati, Lamborghini, Ferrari, Bugatti, Rolls Royce, Bentley. A 419 can, he don't care if he dupe that person and that person kill himself. They just want to drive iron. So iron have mixed themselves with clay. Many people's best friend is their phone. They prefer their phone more than human relationship. You can have a family that don't discuss. Everybody's pressing their phone. What's going on Instagram? So the relationship of human is dying. This is the church age called the age of Bezalel. Exodus 35:30. Bezalel, son of Uri, son of Or, from the tribe of Judah. He said, and Moses said to the children of Israel, see, the Lord has called by name Bezalel, son of Uri, son of Or, of the tribe of Judah. He has filled him with spirit of God, in wisdom and in understanding, in knowledge of all manner of workmanship. Workmanship means this same wisdom Elon Musk have. In these days, God is also going to give it to the church. This is the church age called the age of Bezalel, where God will be filling us with wisdom and will not be left behind. In this generation where we are, is a generation of intelligence, but it's also a generation God wants to enlighten us in the mysteries of the kingdom. So while you are gaining academics like Daniel and his friends who had understanding in learning, they have skills, but Daniel had a gift called understanding of vision. So while you are learning, acquiring skills for your job, for everything you are doing, you still need spiritual intelligence. He said to design artistic work in gold and silver and bronze, in cutting jewelry for setting, in carving wood, and to work in all manner of artistic workmanship. And he has put in his heart the ability to teach. In him and Oliab, the son of Ahimasash, the tribe of Dan, he has filled them with skill to do all manner of work of the engraver and the designer and the psalmody maker, in blue, purple, scarlet thread, fine lining, weaver, those who could do every work and those who could design artistic work. So in this generation, the church will not be left behind, because we are coming to the end of the church age also. And everything they are doing is also, the church must ride on it to expand the gospel. Now we need to understand where the world is going, and let us not fight Optimus. We should use Optimus for advancement, because it will be so nice that men will forget spirituality. It will be so interesting, powerful, that people will not even think about the help of God anymore. They will put their confidence on the iron, the robots. It will protect. But remember, in that age, that is where the stone will destroy the mixture of clay and iron. Because if many people are not careful that time, they'll forget heaven, they'll forget God. So that's why they say some trust in chariots, some in horses, but we trust the name of the Lord. When Optimus begin to function, iron robots begin to function in our world, that's when that scripture will see the essence of it. So you should be thinking where the direction of where the world is going. As the world is going into robotic, you should be thinking job you can create for robot to work there. You should use the robot. The robot should not replace you. In Zechariah 1 from verse 5, your fathers, where are they? And the prophets, they live forever. Yet surely my word and my statutes, which I command my servant the prophets, did they not overtake your fathers? Meaning to outlive. What I'm teaching now, we outlive me, you. Did they not overtake your fathers? So they returned and said, just as the Lord of hosts determined to us, according to our ways and according to our deed, so he has dealt with us. He said, my word will not pass away. Heaven and earth will pass away. You shall remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant, which he swore to your fathers, as it is this day. Because most advanced nations have absolutely depend on robots. And whenever we depend on robots, the kingdom of darkness advances. Because people don't pray anymore, they become lazy, slothful in spirit, lustful. Yeah, so the love of God will die. God wants us to be wise. Let us use it for our advantage. Let us use it for the advancement of the kingdom. Let us not go and marry Optimus. And let us not put our trust in it.